Hey guys, it's Nicole and I'm back. This time I would like to give you a tour of my K is for Night work shelf setup for my 3-year-old. So if you're interested, stay tuned. So you guys finally get to see what my work shelf looks like in the daytime. Usually I record at night or early in the morning before the sun even comes up. So pretty much this is our setup. This is where the work shelf is located. I have double doors that slide out to our backyard. You go up that escape area and then you go into our backyard from there. So what I have is I have the work shelf set up here and then still allows room for us to exit in case we need to go outside. So here's our K is for Night. K is also for King, and K is also for Kite, and K is also for Kangaroo, and a lot of other things. But a couple of the books that we got were books about night, and my son's name begins with a K. So this week is all about him. So it's King Caleb, Nights, Kites, and everything that else begins with a K. So let me walk you through it. And as always, I have my little chalkboard stand here, this chalkboard easel, and I drew a little picture of a knight sword, and a knight shield. And at the top, I also have all of his books for the week. And I have his workbook, which has been updated with the letter K and the number 11, and other little handwriting things and little activities that have little knights and shields and things like that, moats and castles and stuff. So let's go. So here are the books that I selected from the library this week. Night Night by Owen Davey, which is a really cute book about a knight going to bed at night. And he's not really a knight. He's a kid who's pretending to be a knight. So I thought that was really cute. I love the images in this book. I got this Mike the Knight book. He's seen Mike the Knight before, so he was really excited to see this book because he's actually seen the actual show. And then I got this book called The Kite because K is for Kite as well. First off, what I did was I took some of our wooden blocks and I simply cut these images of knights and shields. I laminated them and I put them on here by tape, and they stay on just fine. And what we were doing with this is greater than and less than. So pretty much he was just stacking the blocks. So he would stack the knights and stack the shields, and then I would ask him, okay, so say he has a little tower of knights and he has a couple of shields, and I would ask him which, so we have 2 shields and 1, 2, 3 knights. Which one is greater? And clearly, when you break down greater than and less than in this form with 3-year-olds, they'll point to the tallest tower because they can, understand it visually. So I'll say, okay, well, 3, that means 3 is greater than 2. And then we would just continue to stack and compare, and I'd do some that were equal, and he'd build some towers and would knock them down and would rebuild, and we talk about which one is greater and less than, and which 2 towers are equal to each other. So it was a great unit or discussion on math and logic for greater than, less than, and equal to. For the sensory bin this week, I was kind of lost as to what I should do. So what I did is I just went into my sensory bin supplies and I came up with this. So of course I got some more of these because he loves playing with like these little popsicle sticks with the little images on them. So I found some with this printable. Again, I will link every single one of these things. They will be in my Pinterest page, and the board is called K is for King Caleb, and that would be the name of the actual board for the activities that I'm showing today. So of course I have a knight. I have 2 knights in here. I have a princess caught in a tower here. I have a castle. Here's the other knight. I threw in a fire-breathing dragon, aka alligator, that we had, and a pony. So pretty much this is a combination of moss and rocks and stuff. There's rocks at the bottom. There's like a pine cone in here too. It's just random outdoor stuff, kind of like our knight and his entourage are prancing through Camelot, through the woods here. And they stumble upon a fire-breathing dragon in front of a castle, and look, there's a princess and she's caught inside. And it's so cute because he can go through and play with these and dig through this stuff and just have a good time with imaginary play and remaking storylines with our little night scene and the little characters here. These, again, we like the clothespin clip cards. These are for beginning word sounds. So here we have H. He would clip it on H for helmet. He would clip it on K for knight. He would clip it on A for armor, B for bow and arrow, C for castle, so on and so forth. So these are just little knight themed beginning letter sounds clip cards. This tray is simply just a paper strip puzzle, and what I did is it's meant to be cut on all of these lines, but what I would do is I'm starting off the week with him doing it the easiest way. So he will build it, and I'm sure this will be, you know, really quick for him to build this way. C is for castle. And then the following day, since, you know, we're going to have these activities up for a week, maybe even a week and a half, then what I will do is then cut each strip in half, and then cut those halves in half, so it will build in its complexity as, you know, the week goes by, and eventually they'll have all the different squares, and he will be able to build the C is for castle paper puzzle. This is a cute little game that came with this printable as well. So pretty much we'll be using this for him for counting and quantity and number recognition. He'll just roll the die, and then he'll tell me, okay, what number is that? 4. So let's count 4 spaces, and we'll use our ponies. I'll have 1 and he'll have 1, and we are both rolling a dice and counting each dot till we get to the castle. So I thought this was a cute little way of him to be able to review his numbers and his number recognition by way of playing a game. Throwing a little science spin into it, I decided to start incorporating more science into his work shelf, so I'll have a science tray. This tray is a Montessori 2-part or 3-part matching cards, because what it is it has this one, and then what he will do is have, okay, ears, and he'd find the one like this that has ears. The ears are highlighted in brown in the picture, and then he will find the strip on the bottom that says ears on it, and so he'll match each one up. So we'll go over the anatomy of a kangaroo, because K is for kangaroo. So his name is Caleb, and K is for King Caleb. So what I did was I just printed out a few, actually I cut out a few of these crowns. So today, this is the very first thing that he wanted to do, was decorate his crown. So on this tray I have, and very well supervised with an activity like this, I have some white glue. It stuck to it. But as you can see, it gets messy. So some white glue and a few different colors of glitter. And I have it so that it sprinkles very finely, so it didn't become very messy. So what he did is he just did his little circles and lines and dashes and what have you, and he decorated his crown. And every day I'll put out a different crown, and he can, if he wants to do that one, this is his little arts and crafts tray where he can decorate his crown, because K is for Caleb. Okay, so this one is about just following directions and coloring in what the instructions are given to him. So each word is actually the color. So he can see that that's orange, he can see that that's red, he can see that that's yellow. And there's 3 pages of this where he will practice staying within the lines, following directions, and coloring in the proper color. So I just have this little ice cube container which has all of the different ones in there for him to color for the crayon. And this next tray is just a counting again and number recognition tray. What he would do is I will place a number into this square here, and what he would do is he'd put the appropriate number of knights onto the scene. So I'll have these off to the side, and you just pick up 2 knights. So he'd put 2 knights on the hill, near the castle, or wherever he would like. So that is just another number recognition and counting game with the knights in the castle. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed our K is for Knight, King, Kite, and Caleb unit. Definitely check out my Pinterest board, which is K is for King Caleb, if you are interested in these printables that you have seen today on our work shelf. I hope you guys have a great week. Bye.